What's up, everybody? Now, today's movie review is Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Now, the last video I uploaded was the movie review of the first Blood and Honey, and it is, I love that film, but this one is such an improvement compared to the first one that we got. And it's by the same studio that made it, and the only real difference, if you will, is that the actor who played Christopher Robin has been changed now. Also, the fact of the last one is they were very much the suits were cheaper, they didn't have as much money, and the animals didn't talk. But in the second movie they do talk, and they are, I think they're better in the second movie than the first one. And Natasha Tosini was in the second one as well, who played Lara in the first one, but she played a different character, only a smaller scene, sadly, but still, she was still in it, the second one. And it's again, it's a strange horror film, but it's better than the first one. And I feel, in terms of their universe, they've just it is amazing in that they've just announced a TV series type, animated series type thing. I don't know if that's going to be like YouTube videos or whatever. I don't know, but in terms of the universe, they're definitely adding more and more to the universe, or at least the company themselves have been making more movies. And what is interesting, the company or person who worked with them, like the person who produced the movie, if you will, the company is a smaller company that worked with the first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey and done the second one. They also done the Mean one, which was like a Grinch themed Christmas horror movie, and I still have yet to watch that, and when I do I will be reviewing that. But the second one is far much better, and the way basically they do it for Winnie the Pooh is that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, the first one, is always going to be a movie. It's like in the movie, in that world. So effectively, the first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is just a taster of the characters. So if you wanted to start the universe from this, in order to make sense of the whole universe, you wouldn't have to watch the first movie, because that is a movie set in its own universe. And the way they've described it is that Pooh and Piglet have gone on a rampage and they made a movie about it, basically, which is with the first Blood and Honey, and there's the scene of it in the second one with 3C Film, shout out with the pumpkin and a 3C with his Halloween pumpkin, so that's cool. But the second one is really what happens sort of after. So in a way, although it's a sequel to the first one is sort of it's a bit like in the Scream franchise. You've got the Stab movies, which basically you see the events of the first Scream movie happen, and then in the second Scream movie, a Stab movie is released, which is a film based on the first movie, which we've seen, but in their universe they made a movie on it, and it's that sort of type of video or type movie inside a movie type thing. Now, it is a lot, and that is also, I think that's helped it a lot in terms of, because although you can easily sort out stuff like, oh yeah, they didn't speak much, they hardly spoke in the first movie, but now they're speaking in the second. They easily could have, they didn't have to make the first one a movie inside of its universe to make that make sense. They could have, the way they made it was that they're more they're not hiding a way to kill. They will go out their way to kill if they have to, and so they could have been shy, but now didn't want to speak, but now they will. But it's just because it's the fact that in the first one they looked significantly different to how they look in the second one. In terms of the first one, the suits were bad, and in the second one they're a lot better. I mean, I liked the look of the suits from the first one, but they do definitely look more goofier, because they didn't have so much money then, but then they made enough to put a better budget on into the times you know, most American cinemas got the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 in. So, you know, they're able to go to global cinemas. We still haven't had it released in the UK in the cinemas yet, but oh well. I definitely, if it does release in the cinemas, I will potentially see it in the UK cinemas. I know I bought it on DVD, and I watched it, and I just loved it. And you know, for me, I am a massive horror movie sort of fan, and it's very much, and also I do like Disney, and it's nice to mix these things in a way that Disney aren't affiliated with them. And they have to sort of difficult to do that with public domain and whatnot. But it's very well done in terms of how they've done it, and a lot better than the first one. I still really enjoyed the first one, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I haven't, you know, in terms of my movies that I've been watching recently, I haven't seen a bad one. I mean, granted, you know, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 is not the best horror movie out there, but it is one of my personal favourites. And I mean, I think it's done quite well for what it is. For an independent movie, it's done really well. Whereas, say, Disney or Universal or Paramount sort of owned it and it released how it did, it wouldn't have been a great movie, because, you know, this company, they wouldn't have made enough money on it. But also, if it was sort of bought by a bigger company like Universal or Paramount, if they distributed it, I feel the effects would have been a lot higher as well, and the budget would have been higher, potentially, you know. And I feel the only thing which would have stayed the same would be the actors, and they'd probably sort of say, well, actually, bearing in mind you're paying for this, we want a bigger paycheck then. And I feel the money would definitely be even better, say someone big like Universal Paramount had it. And I mean, with this universe, they should keep doing it how it's gone. I know we're only 2 movies into the universe, but the thing is, the first one I thought went really well. The second one's far better. So I feel they should definitely do it like that. So with the next movie, which I believe is it will either be Peter Pan or Bambi, whatever one releases first, I think that they should make that better than Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Because the thing is, if they keep making movies for the next movie better than the previous one, that way they're going to improve throughout. And then obviously when the big Poohniverse Monsters Assemble movie comes out, you've got the best of the best out, you know. That will be the best one of the series. And I know after that they are planning to do a third Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Will they stop after that? I don't know. They might, you know, see the successors do Bambi and think, oh, we want to do a second Bambi after Blood and Honey 3. And they might that might be in what they're doing. They're going to do sort of a phase thingy of the MC type, like the MCU. You've got phase 1, 2, 3 and 4 and whatnot. You could be like the first phase, right, we're going to do Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 1 and 2, Bambi 1, Peter Pan 1, you know, those sort of things, and end it with the Poohniverse Avengers style movie. Phase 2, we're going to start off with Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3. We're going to do sequels of previous movies that we've got, and then like a second Avengers style movie, and then keep doing it like that. Or they might say, actually, we're going to stop with Poohniverse 3, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3, sorry. But yeah, definitely for my in my opinion, a 10 out of 10 movie again. And just because I love how clever it went. I'm not saying it's the best in terms of money, you know, like there are movies like the first Scream and the Saw movies, they are a lot better sort of practical effects and whatnot, but and a lot better movies, but that is because they were sort of, you know, in terms of sort of, you've got these big companies producing them, whereas this is an independent company and it's done really well, I feel. And, you know, maybe in the future it gets to a point where they're making big money and they're bought out and they can release some popcorn buckets, or drinks cups, you never know. But I think it's a 10 out of 10 movie and I really enjoyed it. Now, in terms of my next videos, my next video I plan to do is the Deadpool and Wolverine movie trailer. Not trailer, sorry, movie review. Now, I have seen it once on release date already. I do plan on seeing it a second time, so I'm probably going to wait till I've seen it a second time and then release it, and it will be a spoiler movie, though. Spoiler review, so I will definitely put that on the start of the video. I will announce that this is a spoiler and you are not gonna, if you don't want the movie to be spoiled, don't watch it. That's pretty much. But yeah, in terms of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, 10 out of 10 movie. I'm really excited for the next one, whether it's Bambi Dead Reckoning or Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare, and the rest of the movies, but the one I'm excited for the most is Pooh Universe Monsters Assemble. And like I said, Deadpool and Wolverine will be the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Bye.